Okay, so all of my posters decided they wanted to fall. So if they fall and you see it, or you see that the posters aren't on the wall the way they were, don't even do anything. What can you do? What can you do? Okay, so I think the easiest, most best way to do this is I'm just going to show you some paintings I've done. If you've been around for a while, you've probably seen this one in my how I use acrylics video. Boom, there. And it's a everything at the end of time. Yep. Spoof. It's got like a paper towel. Oh. What the fuck? Towel with flowers in it, in the style of the album cover for the first section. This one is a bathroom. Crazy. I think I'm gonna change the purple to either green, or maybe I'll work in some more purple somewhere, or make it darker, add some yellow to it or something, because it doesn't fit the vibe. We got Terrence! You can't see him that well underneath all that oil paint. I used it, this is the first time I ever used oil paint. Okay, not too bad. But it spooked me because I had to clean it up. It took me like 3 passes with Dawn dish soap to like get it off of my hands. So I don't like that. Not a big fan. Maybe didn't like that. We have this little raven, which you can see the black paint has like sheens of like green and purple in it. Maybe you can't, but you can here. It's like yellow, green, purple. I don't know, can you? This one's not finished. This was definitely like 2013, like, you can tell. Face up, it was supposed to be like, he's a ghost, so he's transparent. So it's like, it's a portrait of him, and then there's a full body of him on the grave, right? That'll probably never get finished. I thought it was a cute idea though, but yeah, I digress. This is a little like fisheye of my old room. I thought about finishing it. Don't have a picture of my old room, but I can picture it in my head, like, and I still have the shelf and the chest and everything, so really it would just be like pretty easy, but I don't know if I will because I'm lazy. Okay, these are probably the last 2 I'm going to show you because I did probably show all these before, but they're just cool and they're hanging around. And this one I did a while ago, but it's a little fly drinking in this little weird core. Bet it was weird core, like Who Is She by I Monster was like super popular, so that's what I did. And this one's really, really old actually. I did this in like middle school, but I always love showing that to you guys. You guys always get the bit. I will probably be showing you probably one piece of high school art that I like. And then the rest is all from my tech school and college. I went to tech. I went for graphic design and commercial art and design, which is basically like digitally print. It's graphic design. Sorry. Just another convoluted way of saying the same thing. Anyway, now I'm in college for animation and game development. So these are my foundation course. These are like my foundation course art. So they're not like grandiose. I can't remember if I did this one for my first drawing final or if I just fucking went out on a project, but this one was supposed to be like really girly because it's, I don't know, there's a deer on the side of the road. She poor little thing. I'll do a close-up of this so you can see it, but I made these little jars with these little like charms, and the pom-poms were here. They all fell off, but there's some poetry and some shit and stuff. The portfolio filled. It's actually like 30 pounds, which it's crazy because that's just paper. I'm gonna show this one first because this is one of my most proud pieces. This was just like working on perspective. This was just a project that we had done. So this is the piece of high school art I wanted to show that I really like. It's not the best. Boo-hoo, okay? Our school didn't have any money for their arts department. Okay, leave me alone. But it's the Joji, Slow Dancing in the Dark animated sweatshirt hoodie logo design. It was like fan art. I don't know if it was official Joji merch, but it was Joji merch for a long time. And if you were around like 2019, 2018, and that, you'll know. So I just wanted to show that because I like that. It was like a color wheel project. All right, so I'm not gonna lie. You can say what you want in the comments, but this is probably my magnum opus of my senior year for what the traditional portion of what we did. Because in tech we did mostly graphic design, but we did a bunch of basics too. So it's all foundation art, but you know, it's cool. Anyway, so it's this Greek statue. And I like to look at them getting cut in half, like that vaporwave bullshit back in like 2014, 2016, like that shit ate. But then I did a skull underneath, and I wanted to be a little different because I thought that was like all like too like, I don't know, generic, and I added the braces, and this is all stippled by hand, painstakingly. Yeah, I love the braces though. I think it added exactly what I needed. And like I've often thought about turning this into a print. So if you would buy like a cheap, like, I don't know, like maybe like a 10 by 10 or like a, what the fuck, 10 by, no, a small, medium, let me know. So this one is 1 point perspective. I'm pretty sure it's just the entryway of a door to a house. Yeah, it's got two little skeleton dudes, my signature eye, all the time, man, always. The lights. Here is its sister piece, the 2 point perspective. This was outside of the house. It's kind of like gothic nouveau, almost, you know what I mean? Like this screams millennial, but there's something about these triangles on top that are giving it a pizzazz. Anyway, these don't match. So we had to do two projects of two different subjects doing positive and negative space. So this one's negative, this one's positive. I'm pretty sure it's I can't remember his name, but he's from The Labyrinth. He's played by the same actor who plays the fish guy in Hellboy. Super dope. Super dope. Found him. Try to hide from me. And here's my second one, doing like a portrait, like close up. There was literally like, he was in like complete sunlight. So I was like, wow, what a great photo to choose. But I think it still looks pretty good. I don't know. This was just, we framed all the things that we did. This was more like laid back, but we were just showing value, and we had to do some sort of design. So I just did like, again, weirdcore, dreamcore had me by the balls. It still does. Not as much though, but you see it, I think. And so I think it looks pretty good. I don't know, man, drawing these types of eyes, like that was everything for me my senior year. I don't know what it was. Okay, so here's some personal art I did in high school that I brought in for my fucking class. I did this in like red light, I think. So it actually came out really good, but I think that's because some of the pan colors I knew what they were, but the background I had no idea what colors I were choosing. I think that's why. And don't get me wrong, I love muted colors, but I feel like it just hits with his little suit too much. I feel like it just needs to be a little bit vibrant. Not too vibrant, because in the hair I'm moving on, guys. This one is another one, which is up on the channel. You can watch me paint this guy too. Here, boom. So good at that. Oh yeah, but this was just I don't know. It was a Polaroid. It was supposed to look like a Polaroid. So let me know if it looks like a Polaroid. But it's just like, I don't know. Like, I think it's cool. It's dope. It's edgy. Oh yeah, I really love like his face. I just really think I did a good job on that. Ferrets in the back. This was just another drawing exercise for tones, I think, for tones and values. Here is this is a telling. You can tell because of the mask, but here's a self-portrait we did. My long ass hair. But yeah. Yo, we had kids come in and like tour, and they were like, your eye bags aren't that dark. And I was like, I had to hold it in. I had to be like, do you even know what expressionism is? I was like, they're like 11. They don't give a shit. Like, drawing exercise. Another one. I like the line work because I like to make it sketchy. Like from far away, it's like, wow, that looks so detailed. That's crazy. And then up front, it's like, it is still detailed, but it's like, you see that it's mostly just. Anyway. Then we had to, we were working on magazines, so we had to do one. We had to pick a magazine and copy it in form. I did Fangoria, Hellboy, obviously. Okay, I know my problems.
Do you know yours?
I'm Saul Goodman. Anyway, but yeah. I love Fangoria magazine so fucking much. So much, it's actually sad. This is my college foundations class. This is an ink exercise. Again, value. Value is like the most important thing in art. You will learn to find that. If it's the one thing art school has like taken my money and slapped me in the face with, it's that value is so much more important than color. Oh look, a 2D design piece of artwork. This one isn't as smooth as what I liked it to be. I should have worked a little bit more. You can clearly see that they're squares, but it's still pretty cool. We were just supposed to use like value, almost like stippling does, but we were supposed to use like some sort of icon or symbol. I chose bats because it was near Halloween. In my digital foundations class, my tech credit, funnily enough, my tech credit didn't count, but this is we were supposed to make like a magazine cover for, this one's for like a foundation. It's supposed to be for foundations or charities. So this one was using computer, or I don't know if it was AI or if it was just computer. No, it was just, yeah. They were scanning the ocean floor to like look at the coral and just, I mean, obviously get the like the lay of the land, but then to how to plant more coral and make more coral. And then this one is just color. We were messing with stuff like that. I have another one of a shoe somewhere. Okay, so the next one was a 2D project. We were basically supposed to do, so a master copy is like you look at a painting and you copy it directly to kind of try and like replicate or imitate the master, and they're like, you know, almost like a draw this in this person's style. You know what I mean? And then there's an expert copy, which is you painting it the same way, but then you change something. So we were all going through, and I thought, I thought picking a Van Gogh piece was going to be like, oh wow, how art student of you. But it seemed like there was only one other person who picked the same one I did out of 2 classes, so I was like, and she made hers a cat. Mine is just the same skeleton, but he's got like this chalice pouring like wine or fluid on top of him. I don't really care what anybody thinks about it. I thought of it as like, you know, what's inside your veins, but I also wouldn't mind it as just wine, because I don't know, there's something about wine specifically connected to like cannibalism in literature and media, which is like really cool, and I don't know. So yeah, that's it. That's what I did. Hope you like it. It was between this or the Ugly Duchess. This is probably one of the biggest ones I've painted, and contrary to this was probably one of the quickest paintings I painted too, because I had like 4 different finals and I literally had no time to spare. So this is, oh, it's upside down. It's a value, and it's messy. Let me be. But we were drawing still lives of these African tribal dolls. They were super dope. They were super cool, and they were like, she had like 40 of them up there. But yeah, and they're really good to work on like texture. This was another ink piece we did. This one was kind of like, I thought of ink, and I don't know. I felt like this was kind of basic. I'm not gonna lie, because I wanted to do something cool, and my phone died. But, you know, the witches on TikTok had a hold of me. So, here's another still life. This one was working with, like, lines, though. So, it was just the contour lines of everything. This next one's pretty cool. It's also graphite. We had to make something using different textures. So, we take paper, go around the school, and, like, do, like, a relief, almost, with, like, graphite and stuff. This one was also a still life. It was like, catching shapes and reflections and value. There's the egg right there in the center. This one was another still life. It's a little faint, but you can kind of see what's up. Ta-da! This next one was a perspective drawing. I did it in the stairs going down. There's my pants. There's me. And there's a little bunny guy. I love, one of my favorite horror games is Murder House by Puppet Combo. I'm the Easter Ripper, bitch! Okay. Okay, so this next one was, we were supposed to find an artist, paint them in their style, or paint a thing in their style, and then paint us a self-portrait in their style. So luckily for me, the guy I picked, he was doing a portrait, so extra points, but unfortunately he is and so death to him. But his art style was dope though. See, this is him, this is my recreation, you might know this. Yes, that's why everybody hates that guy, yep. And then here's me. I know. But it's kind of cool though. It's kind of funny. I like my expression here. I don't know what I did. It's soulless. Okay, so this one was like a master copy, except we had to put ourselves into it. And I changed the guy, because like Jasper, Jester. So I'm leading, instead of souls to the other side, I'm leading the clowns, the poor, forsaken clowns. This one was another still life. This was the first time I painted glass, or really flowers, I think. And the only critique, well, I think I got critiqued that the water it's in doesn't really look like water. One kid got it, thank you, bro. Anyway, and then there's a little photo of me with shadow person, you know, D, angsty. Okay, so this one was my second final for my Drawing 2 class, and it's 3 of me, because I don't draw many self-portraits, so this is my self-portrait era. There's me in the middle, and then there's me on the left, and me on the right. See? It's really cool. I think it's in gouache, acrylic, and watercolor. Watercolor, gouache, acrylic. Okay, the next one's a little wild, but it's a chalk drawing of Dracula from Castlevania. It's not that finished, but I'll show it to you on the ground. Oh, and this was a dupe or magazine mock-up or whatever for magazine layout and cover, because that's what we did in the tech school that I went to. And I chose Jacksepticeye because he's probably one of my favorite YouTubers, and he probably has been for a while, and he's not problematic. Yippee! Thanks for watching, and if you made it this far, you might as well subscribe, but also comment when you seen my poster fell.